All right, let's get right into it. For almost 50 years, one of science's greatest unsolved mysteries didn't start with a bang, but with just a simple handwritten note on some old computer paper. It's a true cosmic detective story, you know? The crime scene is a star system light years away, and the only piece of evidence, well, it's something that has stumped us for decades.
And here it is. This is the piece of evidence I'm talking about. So picture this. It's August 1977, and an astronomer named Jerry Ehman is just, doing his job, poring over data from this massive radio telescope called the Big Ear. He's looking at page after page of just random static. But then he spots something. A sequence of letters and numbers so totally out of place, so unbelievably strong, that all he could do was grab a red pen, circle it, and write one single word in the margin. Wow.
And yep, that one word is exactly where the signal got its famous name. It kicked off a mystery that we're still trying to solve. Because on that day, August 15th, 1977, something out there, way out in the constellation Sagittarius, beamed an incredibly powerful, focused radio signal straight at our planet.
So, of course, that leads to the one huge, tantalizing question that's been hanging in the air ever since. Was this it? Was this the moment humanity finally picked up the cosmic telephone and heard someone else on the line?
Okay, so to really get why scientists didn't just shrug this off as, another weird blip from space, we need to break down the anatomy of the signal itself. Because when they looked closer, it was like they had a checklist for a potential alien message, and this thing was ticking all the boxes.
So let's get into the specifics. There are really three key things that made this signal stand out. First, its duration was super specific. Second, the frequency it was on, it was like the perfect frequency. And third, its strength was just, it was off the charts. Any one of those things would have been a big deal, but all three at once? No way. That was something else entirely.
Okay, first up, the timing. The signal was detected for exactly 72 seconds. Now, why is that number so important? Well, get this, 72 seconds was the exact amount of time the Big Ear telescope could stay locked onto any one spot in the sky before the Earth's rotation moved it away. It's like the signal was made to fit perfectly into our telescope's field of view.
And this chart shows you exactly what I'm talking about. Think about it. If a signal is coming from a fixed point out in space, our telescope would hear it get louder as we turn towards it, it would hit a peak right when we're pointing directly at it, and then it would fade out as we turn away. And that is precisely what the WOW signal did. It created this perfect bell curve shape over those 72 seconds. That just doesn't happen with random noise.
Next up is the frequency, and this part is just wild. The signal was broadcast at 1420 megahertz. Now that's not just some random spot on the radio dial. It's called the hydrogen line. It's a special frequency that's naturally given off by hydrogen, which, is the most common element in the entire universe. For years, scientists had theorized that if any intelligent life out there wanted to send a hello, this would be the channel to use. It's like a universal meeting spot, a cosmic watering hole, where everyone would know to listen.
So if this thing was designed to look like a message and was broadcast on the perfect message frequency, what did it say? This is where we get to that famous string of characters that has puzzled people for decades, 6EQJ5.
I mean, look at it. It looks like some kind of secret code, right? So for years, the big question was, what does this mysterious code mean? Is it a greeting? Some kind of advanced mathematical equation? Maybe even a warning?
Well, the truth is actually a lot simpler, but honestly, it's just as cool. It's not a message, it's a measurement.
Here's the breakdown. The telescope's computer measured the signal's power every 10 seconds and assigned it a character. The numbers 1 through 9 meant the signal was 1 to 9 times stronger than the background space static. Simple enough. But once it got stronger than that, the computer switched to letters. So A meant 10 times stronger, B meant 11, and so on. That U in the middle, that represents a signal that was a staggering 30 times stronger than the background noise. So 6XUJ5 isn't a sentence, it's basically a graph, charting the signal's incredible rise and fall in intensity.
Okay, so if it wasn't a coded message, then what on Earth, or off-Earth, was it? This is where the real detective work kicks in. Let's start digging into the main suspects in this cosmic case.
Really, all the theories fall into two big buckets. On one hand, you have extraterrestrial intelligence, and on the other, you have some kind of natural phenomenon. The ET theory is so compelling because, come on, this signal fits the profile almost perfectly. But it's also possible it was just a really, really rare natural event. And here's the kicker.
The one thing that makes this whole case so maddeningly difficult, it has never, ever happened again. And that silence, it actually supports both theories, which leaves us stuck right in the middle.
Now, over the decades, we have been able to cross a few suspects off the list. Could it have been a signal from Earth bouncing off some space debris? Even the guy who found it, eventually concluded that was pretty unlikely. What about comets? That was a popular idea for a while, but it got shot down when scientists proved the known comets just weren't in the right place at the right time. The latest theory, which just came out in 2024, suggests maybe a hydrogen cloud flared up for a second, but for now, that's really just another idea.
So here's the thing. No natural explanation has ever really managed to stick. They all have holes. And what about the man who started this whole thing? Well, Jerry Ehman, who was pretty skeptical at first, eventually changed his mind. Decades later, he came to believe that the WOW signal had the very real potential of being our first contact.
Which brings us to today. After all this time, with all of our incredible technology and some of the smartest people on the planet working on it, why is this cosmic case file still wide open?
The answer, really, is painfully simple. We've never heard it again. And believe me, we've tried. Ehman started searching for it again almost immediately. Through the 80s and 90s, astronomers pointed bigger and better telescopes at that same spot. Even in 2022, the huge Breakthrough Listen project aimed its most powerful instruments there. And the result, every single time, nothing. Just silence.
That right there is the most profound and the most baffling thing about the WOW signal. It has never been repeated. It was a one-time thing, a cosmic shout across the void that we heard just once, and then it was gone. And without being able to study it again, every theory we have, whether it's aliens or some weird natural event, is just that, pure speculation.
And, just to make things even more difficult, we don't know exactly where it came from. The way the Big Ear telescope was built, the signal originated from one of two possible, very narrow patches of sky in Sagittarius. But that small area of the sky still contains thousands and thousands of stars. It's like trying to find a single person in a huge city based on hearing them shout your name just one time.
And so, after almost half a century, are we any closer to knowing if someone or something was trying to say hello? The case remains wide open. That one piece of data, that powerful, fleeting, one-of-a-kind signal, could be the most important discovery in human history. Or it could be nothing at all. We're still left just staring up at the night sky, asking the same exact question Jerry Ehman did all those years ago. What was that?